Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be talking about Batman Beyond Return of the Joker from 2000. This movie was basically a 1 hour longer episode movie of Batman Beyond. Disclaimer, if you've never seen this movie before, this is a spoiler video right here. Batman Beyond was an animated series where it takes place years in the future. Bruce Wayne is retired as Batman due to a bad heart condition. He hires a mentor as a teenager named Terry McGinnis to be the new Batman. I used to watch this show a lot when I was a kid growing up. I'm very nostalgic for this show. It was a great, interesting concept and unique idea. What will happen when Batman retires? Does that mean no one else can be Batman, or is Batman completely dead? No. He meets someone who he connects with and decides to pass the torch to someone else while continuing fighting crime. Not only was Batman Beyond a crime drama, coming-of-age TV show, it was also a sci-fi cartoon show too. I forget what time period this show takes place in, but the minor teen characters talk like stereotypical late 90s and early 2000s slang terms we don't use anymore. The show had a lot of great new creative villains like Ink, Shriek, Blake, who was responsible for making Terry McGinnis the new Batman. Ten from the Royal Flush Gang was the Selena Kyle Catwoman for Batman's Terry in this TV show. And also, Bruce Wayne had a dog, Ace. They make a reference to the splicing episode. One of the Joker gang members is a splicer that looks like a combination between a hyena and a wolf man. Even though you don't have to watch an episode before watching this movie, but one exception to watch first is the first episode. It shows and explains how Terry McGinnis met Bruce Wayne and why he became Batman. The movie explains what happened to the Joker. In the Batman Beyond TV show, there was never an episode that explained Joker's absence. There's no Joker in the TV show. There's this gang cult of Jokers who worship the Joker and continue his legacy of crime. The Joker in this movie is a lot darker, more violent than the animated series. It also shows how cruel the Joker can be. For the time for the Bruce Timm DC animated universe, this is probably the darkest one of them all, despite the other DC shows did have very dark moments in the past. As I said before earlier in this video, this is a spoiler video right here, so stop the video right here if you have not seen the movie yet. A flashback sequence of Barbara Gordon explaining to Terry McGinnis on the Joker's death is really creepy, scary, disturbing, and really messed up. The Joker and Harley Quinn kidnap Robin, basically making him into a Joker Jr., a mini Joker son for the Joker. Batman and Batgirl search for Robin after missing for weeks. Batman and Batgirl find the Joker and Harley Quinn in Arkham Asylum, which seems to be either abandoned or maybe closed down without an explanation. The Joker shows Batman what he did to Robin. It's very creepy. It's right there one of the cruelest things the Joker's ever done compared to shooting Barbara Gordon in the Killing Joke graphic novel and raping her. A different storyline, but you still get the idea. The Joker damaged Robin mentally and psychologically. The Joker shows Batman film footage of Joker operation on Robin's transformation. It's like something in a torture porn horror movie like Saw the Hostel movies, in a way. And as I said before, it's very uncomfortable, disturbing, sick, and twisted. The Joker finds out Batman's secret identity. From what I've learned from Batman fans and my other friends and other Batman movies and comic book adaptations, the Joker does not really care about Batman's secret identity. Well, despite that he wanted to know his secret identity in The Dark Knight, but again, different movie, different topic. The Joker insults Batman, which makes him mad, angry, going on a rage, kicking the Joker's ass. This kind of reminded me of like The Dark Knight Returns, of when I wanted Batman to kill the Joker in that graphic novel, but the Joker kills himself, twisting his neck. Just when he gets the end for Batman, the Joker tells Robin to kill him. Deep down inside, Robin knows the difference of what Batman taught him, but instead, Tim kills the Joker. After killing the Joker, Tim Drake's breakdown crying, feeling guilty for killing the Joker. Batgirl comforts him and shows how despite Tim killing the Joker, it was a sad, touching moment at the same time. But it shows that Bruce and Barbara still loved and cared for him, and were there for him to help him get better. This was probably for the first time we saw the Joker die in the DC animated universe on screen, despite no mention of his survival in The Mask of the Phantasm, and how he was still alive in later episodes of the animated series. Or we don't know how Batman killed the Joker in the Killing Joke graphic novel or not. The Joker did die in one of the Arkham video games. I'm sorry I'm not remember which one that was. Or in the animated series, the Joker cheated death. He did not get eaten by a shark in the Laughing Fish episode. He survived the plane explosion, World's Finest episode, or he supposedly dies in Batman 89, but again, no explanation behind that. It goes back to Bruce's reaction to the party early in this film he attended with Terry. The Joker comes up in smoke and he says, "Hello, Gotham! Joker's back in town!" Bruce has that look of shock on his face like, how is this possible that the Joker's still alive? He saw the Joker die right in front of his eyes 30 years ago. It was a good fitting entrance to the Joker and first meet with Bruce in a long time. Because of the past, Bruce was trying to protect Terry and make sure his fate did not end the same faithful and tragic way as Tim Drake, feeling guilty for how Tim Drake was tortured and psychologically damaged. When Terry was trying to investigate, Bruce and Barbara Gordon tell Terry to leave it alone, but eventually finds out after when the Joker got to Bruce in the Batcave. That thing used to scare me as a little kid when Bruce was once infected by the Joker's toxins, and it's shocking to see that for the first time, well, maybe in my opinion. It's like this movie took a lot of risks to some degree, and that was one of them. I'd never seen that before in past like Batman comic, well, that time when I was a kid. Back when I did a podcast retrospective with my friends on Batman animated movies, my friends Christian and Jerry pointed out that this is a possible inspiration from the Death of the Family graphic novel comic book. It's like Death of the Family references, but different. It shocked me as a little kid to find out that Tim Drake was the Joker in this movie, but there's some kind of like microchip that was being controlled behind his head. Kids were afraid of the Penguin in Batman Returns. For me, I was more scared of this movie, especially the idea that the Joker was controlling Tim Drake as an AI computer chip. Very relevant in today's modern world that we live in today of AI when you think about it. This movie is a little bit of a ghost story with a little science mixed in. Can even point out as a little bit of horror to some degree. Just like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, this is another one of my favorite Batman vs. Joker moments. The new Batman versus the old Joker. The only time we see a Joker versus Batman fight in Batman Beyond. Not only do they fight, Batman tricks and plays psychology on the Joker to get under his skin. And like I said in my Batman Mask of the Phantasm video on the Joker, still alive later in animated series, when did this event happen before or after the Justice League? Because we do see the Joker a few more times in the Justice League cartoon TV series. They also reference this event briefly in the Justice League Unlimited episode and epilogue. Since this movie is in continuity with the new Batman adventures, I'm glad they did another redesign of the Joker. It was an improvement compared to the new Batman Adventures TV show. The Joker is not like Mickey Mouse in this movie. The Joker's side gang are entertaining and have good personalities. They had good voice actors playing these characters. Bonk is voiced by lead singer Henry Rollins from Black Flag and the Rollins Band. Bonk was a hothead and a douchebag. He did not like the Joker's plan, and did not believe that he was the real Joker, and the Joker kills him. Short part for him. But then again, when has Henry Rollins never died in a movie that comes to mind? To be fair, he didn't die in the Christmas movie Jack Frost. He didn't die in Bad Boys 2. But still, no matter his acting performance, Henry Rollins is the man. One of my favorite people who inspired me in life. The twins Dee Dee's voiced by Melissa Joan Hart from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'll admit, I've only seen a random episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV show because of my older sisters. I don't remember an episode that comes to mind, honestly. I never realized they were a reference to Harley Quinn. It's like if the Joker and Harley Quinn had a set of twins. When they get bailed out of prison by their grandmother, supposedly that's Harley Quinn. But does that also mean these were the Joker's granddaughters the whole time too? It's a debate if she's Harley Quinn or despite the fact that we saw Harley Quinn die in the flashback sequence. As a kid, I never really gave this much of a thought at the time, hard to say. They don't even say her full name. They call her Nana Harley, that's it. The one Joker gang ghoul looked like a combo of the Joker and the Scarecrow. He was voiced by Michael Rosenbaum, going to play Lex Luthor on Smallville, and the voice of the Flash on Justice League. He also voiced various characters on the other DC animated TV shows. If you listen closely, he does a Christopher Walken impression. Chuckle was voiced by Don Harvey. I don't know why, is it just me to chuckle like John Wayne Gacy because John Wayne Gacy wore a clown suit to torture and kill his victims. As I said before, the wolf character looks like a hyena and the Wolfman combination. People look at this movie as a big epic finale to the TV series of Batman Beyond, even though the last episode of the show was Unmasked, which aired on December 18, 2001. It will not surprise me if Batman fans marathon the Batman Beyond TV show and watch this as a series finale, which I can see why. As a little kid watching this movie on VHS tape and the internet was not like it was in the early 2000s, no Google yet, I never realized, it not occurred to me how there were two different cuts of this movie. This is basically something I found out later, like my early 20s. I've seen the unrated cut once or twice, and there are some minor slight differences. I'll admit, it's been a long time since I saw the uncut version. I only remember the basics. In the uncut, the death scenes are different. Bond gets shot by the Joker and does not die from laughing gas. The footage operates a little scary, more extreme than the regular cut, like something out of a Frankenstein movie, a Sanford and Son joke. You know, son of mine, you're the son of Frankenstein. Tim Drake shoots the Joker. Unlike the regular cut, he dies of electrocution. For once, it was not funny for the Joker because he really died. A taste of his own medicine. From seeing both cuts, I'm honestly okay just watching the regular cut. But that's the one I grew up watching before I knew about the second cut to this movie. When Batman and Batgirl are out searching for Robin, Batgirl has two prostitutes that are lesbians. In the regular cut version, it was some like couple. Nothing against the uncut version, not in a rush to go buy the uncut version on DVD. I'm not sure if both cuts are on the Blu-ray of this movie or not, but I highly recommend the uncut version if you're curious. The song Crash was written by Memphisito Odyssey and they collaborated with lead singer Wayne Static and Kuchi Fukuda of Static X. This song was one of my first early glimpses and first memory of a heavy metal band, and heck, it might have been the first time for the DC Animated Universe show to use a heavy metal band to market and promote a DC Batman animated movie, but I could be wrong on this one, honestly. They made a music video using random footage of this movie. It's not a great song, but I enjoy it. A little nostalgia for me right there. As we all know, nostalgia is a very powerful thing. The song is sung in the movie when Terry's at a nightclub with Dana on date night, and the Joker gang are trying to kill him. Sadly, Wayne Static is no longer with us. He died November 1st, 2014. Because of the song in this movie, I don't know much else about the bands of Static X and Memphisito Odyssey, to be honest. If you look and compare the film's poster as a homage to the theatrical release poster for the silent horror romance movie The Man Who Laughs, the main character Gwen playing that movie was the inspiration for the Joker. Originally wanted to make another Batman Beyond direct-to-animated movie, but sadly, despite this movie has a fan following, this movie did not do well at the time of its home video release sales at the time. But some of the plot ideas they wanted to use in the almost second-made Batman Beyond animated movie was used in the Justice League Unlimited episode Epilogue. It's kind of a bummer. It would have been cool to see another Batman Beyond animated movie. In 2014, there was a cartoon short tribute to Batman Beyond. This short came out around the time Batman was celebrating its 75th anniversary. In the last 10 years, there have been rumors about a possible Batman Beyond film where fans want to see Michael Keaton as an older Bruce Wayne Batman. As much as I would love to see Michael Keaton as Batman many more times, but honestly, after the Flash movie, that could be his last time as Batman. I hope someday we'll see a live-action Batman Beyond movie because this concept is really cool and original for a Batman movie. That wraps up my video for today. I will see you next time for Batman Mystery of the Batwoman.